8.1 Sant Tukaram. So, this topic is in news because our Prime Minister on June 14th has inaugurated Sant Tukaram Shila Mandir in the temple town of Dehu in Maharashtra. So, here Sant Tukaram was one of the greatest poet in Marathi language. He is also known as Tukoba, Tukaram Bolhoba, Ambile, etc. Okay, so he composed Abhanga poetry. Abhanga poetry here means it is a fusion of folk stories and spiritual themes. Actually, here the Abhanga poetry is a form of devotional poetry sung in the praise of Lord Vittal. Okay, so these abhangas means poems, have the themes on ecology, equality, brotherhood, and love of God. So, between the years 1632 and 1650, he composed Tukaram Gatha, and which includes 4500 abhangas in Marathi language. Okay, abhangas means poetry. Okay, so not only these, he also is a social reformer, and he denied caste system and opposed the rituals. He was also against the gender discrimination. So, Shivaji Maharaj, one of the greatest warrior king of Maharashtra, was also a great admirer of this sant, and the reason is the Marathas, and he asked actually his poems and uh, his concepts mainly concentrated and contributed a lot to unite all the Marathas and ask them to stand against the Mughals. Okay, so his literature helps to extend the Varkari tradition. Okay, Varkari tradition to pan India. Okay, pan India means overall India, and he contributed a lot in literature by spreading the Varkari tradition. Now, here the question is, what is this Varkari tradition? Here, actually, Varkari tradition is means the yatra which is done by the individual or a group to Lord Vithoba temple in Pandapur, Maharashtra. Okay, and this sort of pilgrimage trips or pilgrimage is called the Vari pilgrimage. Okay, see, you can see here the people performing the Varkari tradition or undergoing Vari pilgrimage. Okay, so generally, this Varkari tradition or this Vari pilgrimage starts by covering the most of the cities and towns like Jalgaon, Paitan, Daulatabad, Alandi, Dehu, etc., where the saints like Muktabai, Eknath, Janardhan Swami, Jnaneshwar, and Tukaram, who were the staunch devotees of Lord Vittala, will be visited first and then continue their journey to Bhandarpur. Okay, this is actually a part of the Varkari movement or the Varkari tradition. So, here Tukaram has contributed a lot to expand this Varkari tradition to across India through his literary works. And there is also a temple for Saint Tukaram called Gatha Temple. This is Gatha Temple, and it is made up of the white marbles and it is located on the bank of Indrayani River. This temple is located at Dehu village, which is 30 kilometers from Pune. So, this temple is located on the banks of Indrayani River. So, Saint Tukaram Maharaj was a 17th century Bhakti movement saint, and after 3 centuries later, in the 20th century, Mahatma Gandhi read and translated his poetry when he was in Yerwada jail.